Line here. Tickets have gone on sale to see the Pope in the capital of the U.S. This is really going to be a showdown. I'm going to be so amazed if something spectacular doesn't happen. I mean, really, like elephants. It could be very absurd. There's a lot of elephant tie-ins. I mean, with maybe LeBron James, who has gematria of 23/9, is going to ride in on the elephant, which has the dates in their gematria. But I guess it would be a Republican, would be that symbolism. But the main thing about the Pope is that, for me, due to my research of the imagery in Washington, D.C., is that Isis sits on a meridian that goes in the 269th heading along from the Capitol building, which is shaped like an owl, and I showed you a Solomon's Temple video on that, and it goes straight through the Washington Monument, straight through the Lincoln Memorial, and it keeps going along this meridian. Well, this meridian, this number has a lot of symmetry right within it, because 9/26 is the 269th day, and this is 3 days after 266, which is the day of 9/23. Now, Pope Francis is the 266th Pope, and he's coming on the 266th day. And this is, I know you've heard this a lot, but since we're just getting ready to start this parade, I think we need to go back over the facts. So he's the 266th Pope, arriving on the 266th day, and he's going, this is a gestation number. This is an official gestation number. Well, we've seen gestation symbolism in Washington, D.C. If you go and see my videos about Isis sitting on the Washington Monument, please go see them. I'm just going to do a rough drawing. Here's the White House, and they even show her breasts, and they show her curves, and she's sitting on the Washington Monument right here. And then over here, sorry about my really bad drawing, over here is the Capitol building that looks like an owl, and it has actually the Capitol building is right on the back of what I would call the eye, and there's a 33-degree angle between these things. So I believe the Pope's going to be here with some good buddies, and this is going to be the 269th meridian, heading. Now that also matters because Jesuit, where's my notes? Okay. I was just watching Zachary K. Hubbard. He's still my hero. Still like drinking out of a fire hose. Okay. Oh, you're right. The Jesuit order, he found this fact. The Jesuit order's birthday is on the 27th of September, and this ties into a lot of popes, not just this pope. And this year is going to be 474 years old, which is basically an agent both ways. It's an agent both ways from the outside in, and it's 74 both ways from the inside out. And this is the God number. Whoops, G and D. Well, you know, okay, so that's the 27. That's the September 27th tie-in here. Now, I'm going to put up a video today, probably right before this one, so I will have already put it up by the time this one gets up, hopefully, about the Colel rule. And I don't know which day they're planning their little fiasco on, but I just want to point out that 44 is the kill number. 44 is the heading from the Georgia Guidestones to the Washington Monument. This is a 44-degree heading. Okay, so that's the kill number, and also it goes straight to the Freedom Tower after that. Well, okay, so 44 has the gematria of 972, which is an anagram of 927, so that makes this a Jesuit tie-in, and this is the Jewish gematria. Well, this is one off of 926, which is our heading. And if you watch my video about the Colel rule, I'm drawing the Lincoln Memorial. If you watch my video about the Colel rule, the Colel rule talks about basically the action of the viewer. the wave collapse of the observer. So the Colel rule allows any number to be off by 1, and that 1 is you. It's you. It's not, you know, it's other people too, but it's you. You collapse the wave for your own reality. So when this is off, when 44 is off by 1 day, it could still be this day. Now this day, the 26th, I believe is the day, I don't know if they've posted this anywhere, but I believe this is the day he's going to be going to Philadelphia. So I'm not sure what day they're planning these things on, but I want to show you another thing, because I did a video on some numbers that were scary to me, and I didn't even put the meaning in the title. I called it a number smoothie, and maybe I will call this one a number smoothie on the Pope. And I know that this is a little bit of a stretch, but I'm working out the algorithms. They do something with this, with their important people, because either they force a cesarean for these guys to be born on a certain day, or they handpick certain children born on certain days within royal families to play major roles. Well, this is just off the bat here. This is a Q, and this is Pi, Hawaii, having to do with Obama. And we can see that, you know, the Pope's visit to Obama is unprecedented. This has never happened before with a Pope, according to Zachary K. Hubbard. Well, so we can see that the Q is basically in the middle of this birthday of the Pope. I wanted to show you another number. So here's Pope Francis's, just this saying. This is his numbers: 122, 732, and 404. And I've been talking a lot about this number with the Timothy Barker video, and also having to do with Revelations. Anyway, this is a 44 gateway, right? So this, if you see, if 44 is a kill number, this is the gateway of that. So, and the Pope has also said that he does not expect to live long. He won't be living long. So something's going to happen here. Now, I think that it's probably going to be staged. Whatever happens here is going to be staged for your viewing, you know, for the psychological trauma for the people. I will really be surprised if they actually kill the Pope. They might look like they really killed the Pope, but I think that they're just going to take him down into the bunkers, and this is going to be their reasoning for why all these important people are going to suddenly disappear from the surface. That's my pet theory. I don't care if I'm right. I'm just observing. I'm not trying to perpetuate a theory. I'm just sharing with you what I think is going to happen, or what I think the motivation is. All right, well, here's what I wanted to show you. I believe that these people, these major players, their birthday is important, so we can look at their birthday to find out more things. So, and then I referred to my other number smoothie video, which includes numbers of other important birthdays, and shows how they are mirrors of each other and how they predict the deaths, or they predict something. This one predicts for sure. Plus I found that one in the first 1,000 digits of pi with predictive, well, I guess you could say placement code. I'm still working on that. I don't have a research team. I just do this by myself. No. And people do give me hints. Thank you so much for all the hints. I feel like my brain is so addled with details I can't absorb another hint, but I keep them coming. I do appreciate them. Sorry about that. Let's look at the correct date here. So what I wanted to show you now, this got really messy, but what I wanted to show you here, I'm still working on this algorithm, okay? I'm not an insider. I'm trying to crack, I have to back engineer this algorithm, but I have the feeling, and I've done it on a few people, that these power players have their birth and their expiration date is coded in their birthday. And one of my codes about this, so his original name was this, and he does have, he has 9 nines in his English and his simple and English gematria, and a 23 over here. And we also have to expand our algorithms to include this possibility. Well, so here, let me just show you. So if you take the outer, sorry about this, if you take the 6 and the 1 of the birth date of the Pope, and that's a 7, so I draw that down here. Then if you take the next one, the 2 and the 3, that is either a 5 or a 23, depending on what you think the algorithm is, which is, that's what we're discovering. If I knew what the algorithm was, I would do this easier. So this is why it's not a perfect science, because I don't have a book to look at. Okay, then the next one is 1 and 3. Oh wait, sorry, did that wrong. 1 and 9, which is a 10, and then 8. Well, okay, so 8 and 7, so we get 15 both ways. In case, I always try to, sometimes the hardest number to find is the year. One thing I notice when you do see, I find 623 a lot, and I think of it as an upside down 923. We also have to consider this could be a 15. We just weren't raised to think this way about numbers for a reason. They led us off in another direction in school. Okay, so here we have a lot of numbers. I put the 9 here because of this is a seed of life number. This is a pretty special number right here. We've talked about this a lot. It's a trinity of 6s, but it also adds up to 9 while not including 9. Like 1, if you sum 1 through 8, that equals 36. So 36 adds up to 9 while not including 9. So that's a kind of a spiritual number. Plus, if you have 8 balls numbered 1 through 8 and you cluster them together in the seed of life formation, each axis adds up to 9 while being a 666 trinity. I'll just review that real quick. 18, this is 18 plus 18, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. And if you sum 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is written this way, I believe, that equals 666. So this is a special number that adds up to 9. And you could take that 9 by itself, but you also have another 9 over here. So I wanted to show you that in his, because we talked about the Jesuit number here, 927. And what I want to show you is that this, not only is that a 27 and a 9, which is just the kind of beautiful thing that they love to do with numbers, but in his birthday there's a gateway. Here we have the Twin Towers, or the 1-1 gateway. Now in Europe they write it this way. So here I wanted to show you that we have basically 300, which would be a trinity times, or not, we have 3 10s. Okay, so okay, let's just leave it at 30. I guess I was multiplying 10s. And this is Bible, Eagle, Alice, and Hale. This is an important number, even though I hadn't discovered it before. But not only that, it's 25, which equals pi, plus the star of Ra, which I'll draw right side up right here. So it might seem ridiculous while we're learning their algorithms, but we have to assign some of these meanings and figure out what they mean. Well, anyway, if we do it this way, we still have the 27 and the 9. And also, as I did in the birthdays of the other birthdays in the number smoothie, some of the algorithms include taking 2 at a time, which I haven't really done on this one. This one I didn't need to take 2 at a time or find any of that symmetry. But this one, so this one to me, on the first dissection doesn't include a 23. But I bet you if I just look at some more symmetry, it will. But here we have the 27 tie-in that goes with the birthday of the Jesuit order, and it goes with 927 being 1 off of 269. And that one person in this case may be the Pope. Plus there's going to be a lot of viewers, but I think that symbolically the one extra person of this Colel rule is the Pope. All right. All right, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I know this one's kind of strange. I'm just sharing things with you as I learn them so that we can go along together. I'm not presenting you something that's perfected, although I think I did this one pretty much slammed us out of the park. That title of that video is called A Number Smoothie. Okay, hope you guys are having a good day. This should be an interesting rest of the month. Talk to you soon.